Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix, and we are doing the Quick 3 Tarot for Friday, January the 6th. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right. So, this is a collective reading. This is the Quick 3. I've already done a love collective reading, so that is up as well. Also, all of the readings for January are up for all of the signs. So, the general readings are up, the love readings are up, the money readings are up for all of the signs. I will more than likely start the February readings next weekend on today's the 6th, 7th, so like on the 14th or so of January. Whatever reading you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading the energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. With that being said, the pre-shuffle energy that came out, which was the 9 of Swords and then the 8 of Wands, and that energy was giving me a few things. For some of you, you are afraid of something coming towards you. So it may be someone. It is what it could be. Because there may have been some toxicity. At the bottom of the deck was the Devil. And that lets me know there's some type of... it could be codependency, it could be addiction or whatever. But honestly, I just feel like there's some type of energy that makes you uneasy. And I feel that if someone is coming your way, it's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say tumultuous. There's another word. It's draining. Thank you. It's a very draining relationship. Like it drains your energy. So that's what I'm getting for that. On the other side of that, for some of you, I feel that you are having issues with moving. Where, as in physical moving, like as in you're going from one location to another, where you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't set up, the electricity yet. I haven't set up the gas company yet. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. I still need furniture for the living room or the dining room or this or that. There's all of these things on this checklist for moving. And it's keeping you up at night because the date is getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And you're like, I have so much to do. I'll tell you, things will happen as they happen. It will eventually come together. It is what it is. And that you might want to take that, you might want to take on that attitude. It is what it is. It's like you just do the best that you can do. For those this is resonating with, just do the best that you can do. And then if it falls into place, great. If it doesn't, then fix it along the way. But don't let it stay in your head that, oh my goodness. And also, usually things aren't as bad as we think they are at times. Because there are situations where we're like, oh no, how can I possibly? And then before it's all said and done, you're like, oh wow, all of this is done. I don't have to worry about it anymore. So let's get into the Quick 3. May I have the energy for the collective? May I have the energy for the collective? May I have the energy for the collective? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? Bottom of the deck now is the Hierophant. So can be about institutions, can be about commitment, can also be about your position in the community. I don't know why. I heard job too. Some of you might be working for an institution like a university or something for the state, even federal government, hospital, some type of institution. All right. May I have some cards, please? That also could go into, now if you got the job And remember what I was talking about earlier with the moving, going from one location to another, and you had to relocate for that job. That's what that might be related to. Job commitment. And look at the bottom of the deck. I just caught that. Wheel of Fortune. I told you, don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything at all. Wheel of Fortune. Is this the first time I've seen the Wheel of Fortune in this deck? Because I did not remember this card. I've had this deck for a minute. This card doesn't come out often in this deck. But anyways, may I have some cards? Thank you. Yeah, because things are happening quickly. That's what this is. For some of you, I feel like, thank you. What is, okay, so you just made all that come out. All right. Fine, we'll take it. So we have King of Swords and Knight of Swords. And Knight of Swords is about swift movement. King of Swords is about logical movement. About, what's the word I'm looking for? The King of Swords is very judicious, I guess you could say, with his decisions. Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And I feel for some of you, the reason that you are up, even if it's not related to moving, there's a decision that requires a quick movement. Don't forget, Eight of Wands is one of the quickest cards in the deck. And so is the Knight of Swords. So there's something that requires a fast decision. But if you're in King of Swords energy, or requires fast movement. If you're in King of Swords energy, that's the opposite of King of Swords. King of Swords is like, no, hold on, let's think this through. And because of that, it's like you're being pulled in two different directions. One direction is saying, okay, let's hurry up and get this done. Another direction is like, okay, let's think about this. So you have this pulling thing, and that's why for some of you, you're in that Nine of Swords energy. Because also don't forget, the Knight of Swords plus the King of Swords equals the Two of Swords. Two of Swords can be about indecision. Also, it can be about blocking things as well. It can be about balance and making a decision, but honestly, I feel like this is indecision because it's two philosophies pulling at you. Your philosophy of let's think this over and make sure we're doing the right thing. The other philosophy pulling at you is, okay, this needs to be done quickly. So, yeah. Now, the Queen of Pentacles came out, which is Virgo energy. And the Queen of Pentacles is like, hey, you know, here it comes. And notice all of this stuff. This gives me cornucopia vibes, is what this gives me. This gives me balance. This gives me abundance. And this gives me happiness. I feel that energy is what will happen after the decision is made or after the action is taken. Right now, you're in the middle of, okay, I need to get this done, but I don't know how to move with doing it or how to move forward. So, but once you do it, I feel Queen of Pentacles energy is what will be there. Where it's like, okay, you made it to the other side. Now, let's take advantage of this abundance and this harvest. And bottom of the deck, yeah, new, Ace of Wands. So fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Also, this is starting something new. Again, I feel something new for you requires fast movement, but you don't want to move fast. And you're thinking things over, which is keeping you in Nine of Swords energy. And this could be a relationship, or it could be something else totally different. The main energy that I know is that this is connected to a decision that requires a fast action or answer. All right? But on the other side is cornucopia, abundance. All right, that is your message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, be blessed.